So this is March 8th, 2013, start of the new beekeeping season. So I haven't seen much activity in my hive. Just that's the exit of the beehive. Just a couple of dead bees. I knew there were bees in there. I had no idea how many. So I cracked open the hive, and it looks like this colony survived the winter. Those big chunks of things, that's pollen. That I purchased, and I laid out like some hunks of it. And pollen is the bees' protein source, which they've had very little of for the winter. They had stored pollen in the hive, but I don't know. Very likely it's all deplenished. So to rear new bees, brood, the brood needs to feed on the pollen in the spring. So I'm adding that. There's lots of honey in there. It's kind of hard to see, but those big thick bits next to the frames, you can see right there. That's all capped honey, so there's absolute heaps of honey still in this hive from the winter, so no problem. So these bees are just coming out. I think I've accelerated the opening of this hive, so the start of this hive for the spring, so the bees are now starting to fly. For most of these bees that are flying now, that could be very well their first flight ever. And what they'll do in the spring is they'll come out and they'll have what's called a cleansing flight, where they defecate for the first time in maybe weeks. They don't do it in the hive. They only do it when they fly. So I'll definitely see bees flying, and this defecation coming out. Not much you can do if you can't go in home. Anyways, I'm gonna be looking forward to the cluster, which is here, spreading over this way over the next week or two, and what that'll mean is the queen survived and she's laying, and this hive is going to take off. Okay, so I've opened this hive up, and just to uncover the cluster. There it is there. So this hive, the bees will clean all this up. There's a lot of dead bees, as you can see, like here, there, the alive bees obviously, but lots of, like in there, lots of dead bees. Just they just die over the winter, and you can see in there all those little blotches. Those are dead bees, living bees. And what they'll do is the cluster expands, they'll go and clean those dead bees up. Okay, and then I noticed over here, it's interesting. That looks to me to be a queen cell that is open. So I wonder if a queen actually was hatched and emerged. It would have been last spring, or sorry, last fall, not this year, but interesting.